So, a new day. So, this morning I already recorded a Solana long I took yesterday. So definitely check it out. Also the other recap videos. But yeah, why not make another video of today's price action of BTC? So let's zoom out a bit and see what we have. Let's get away with that. Of course, crazy strength from BTC, where it broke above the range we had right here, with this being, well, let me just draw it from low to high. That's the wrong tool. This was our range where price has been in for a very long time. This week we broke out of it, but we can see, do we have a breakout? A official breakout of this range would be if we close above the DL, which is currently located at 98k. So from a range perspective, you could say that anything within this threshold is a potential deviation of your range, in which you have to be aware that if you don't get closes above here, like daily closes above, that this could be your manipulation phase, and that if you see acceptance back in your range, that it has to be a quick move down and acceptance back up, like that. Because if you stay below, then you have the risk to grab all this sell-side liquidity. That is something that also happened in 2022. We can quickly go back to show you the example so that you see that it's not just that I'm bearish or anything. I'm not bearish, I'm not bullish, I just trade the chart. But here we can see that we also had like with a distribution right there, 1, 2, 3. Price came down, formed an accumulation, 1, 2, 3, came up. This was the top where you had a sweep of the high, like kind of a model 2 distribution, where your downtrend started. Then price formed a naked low, very similar to what we currently have, and price started pushing up. So let's draw what we can do. If you have a downtrend, low, high, pull your range from low to high, right there, then we can identify what did happen here. You can see price naked low. So a naked low is a low that did not got tapped another time. So for example, if you did this, then you have a clean 2-tap model, then you have a clean range play. For now, this is a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, aka a liquidity, sell-side liquidity trail being generated. And market makers leave them behind for a reason, to later come back for. So if we look here, what did happen? You had your range low, you had your range high, move up, move down, move up. Everyone super bullish here, but price never closed above your deviation threshold. Instead, price held above, quick move below, move above, but the second time you got in, you see that price nuked, took all sell-side liquidity. So here you can also see where is when did you had acceptance in, yeah, like here. This is your value area high. The moment you accept in your value area high, you see that price basically directly goes towards the range low. And then you see price nuked further. I don't say it has to give a replica of this, but if you compare this with our current range, where you can say this was the accumulation, here you had the distribution, move down, break below your key level. Here you have the naked low. Let's clear up that for a moment. Here you have your naked low. You are creating sell-side liquidity right there. This right there. You have key supply right here. Your DL2 is right here. So what if this is potential deviation? You get your move back in, retest, sell off. Again, I don't say it has to happen, but if it happens, you have to be prepared for it. So let's see where the value area high is of this range, because you don't want to fall back into that. Currently you can see that it's around 93k. So I think a lot of people are looking at right now is that you get your higher low here, reclaim, and continue. I agree that can be good, but you don't want to stall too long below your value area high, because then you have the risk that you have acceptance and that this was the deviation. So you can have a quick move, but then the recovery has to be quick as well. Else it's, you can't ignore the similarities. So just something to keep in mind. Beside that, price pushed up, already tapped demand yesterday and then strong push up. Currently we are retesting key demand, which is this zone right here. Yesterday we had a sweep of the high right there and then price sold off. Currently, nothing too interesting. This is pretty important demand. Either price holds this demand, gives some form of structure, and then I'm interested in longs again, kind of looking for a 3 drive kind of pattern. But also not ignoring that we have created some supply here. So we could also just range between these levels. So that's something to keep in mind. If we, for example, show clear weakness here, I'm not ruling out that I take a short. Because if we break below here, as I said, price needs to give a quick reclaim, else I'm being cautious that this turns into a deviation of the range high and you get your move lower. But for now, main interest is in longs until proven otherwise. And above here, this is a level where I'm super interested in shorts, potentially looking for 1, 2, anything here, especially if it happens during the weekend. Super interested to look for short triggers here to play potentially a massive short back to the lows, but it's all dependent on what we get. If we get strong daily closes above 98, then we could move into 100T, 106, potentially 112k. But for now, until this level is reclaimed, this is not the place to become super bullish in my opinion. So that's for BTC, the lower time frame view. Let's quickly look at Sol. Yesterday I took a Sol long, did a recap this morning, so check that out, where we had the move into demand here and a 1, 2, 3 Wyckoff model 1 broke structure, hit the target right there. Watch the video from today, there you can see it. I'm not going to recap it again. In this morning's video I said I wanted to see potentially a recap of that 1, 2, 3, but then on a higher scale, in which this is the 1, this is the 2, and I said I wanted to see this tap into demand, potentially 3 tap. So that is what we potentially currently have, because we can see that price stepped into this clean OBIM. I think it's an 45, 30, like a clean 30-minute OBIM. Price stepped into it and is now seeing a bounce from it. And we can see that this is your range with your 1, your 2, your deviation threshold. Let me put it on. It's here. So price did not close below it. So this can be seen as a potential deviation, potential 3-tapper. Also holding the more important 1 hour structure, because if you look at the structure from the 1 hour, you have high, low, here you sweep that high, and you have 2 candles down and 2 candles up. So this level here is your 1 hour market structure low, and currently you SFP that. If you break below it, then you have a 1 hour structure break, but right now it's just a 1 hour SFP, which is bullish. So am I long? No, not yet, because this move down is pretty aggressive and I don't really like that. I rather have a structured move like that and then break a structure, then buy on the retest. But we can look if we have some local structure, because we currently have the low at our 15, the high at 14. So this can be potentially a strong New York low in the making. So let's observe price. I already see that we are moving down. So probably if you go on the 1 minute, look, this is really clean. Here I see 1, 2, 3. And if you look at structure, it's like low, you have 2 candles up, new low, break above. So this is a break of structure, very locally on the 1 minute. But what is price leaving behind? Price is leaving behind clean demand. So this would be for me a retest level where I'm sending alerts, because we tapped into the key demand I want to see. We formed like a local model 1. We broke local structure, created a range demand. So basically any retraces in here can be longs back up. However, we should also see what did price leave behind right here. Here is some supply. On 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, also here price, let's see, it just ran into this local supply we are rejecting from right now. So this is mitigation. So then it comes to the local view. What is price going to do? So what I wanted to see, because I know we are still under the range, I would like to see structure in here, not too deep of a pullback, and then buyer stepping in, and then try to get in a position. What I also always like to do is to look at the volume profile. How is that looking? Yeah, so the value area low is currently right at the range low, which is the level we are rejecting from right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be patient, not too much in a hurry, because this can also just break down, and then you have a range breakdown, and then this could, next level is then 137. And this is also a bit, it can be seen like a tree drive, but it's a bit aggressive yet for me. So often when you have aggressive move like this, you don't see a V-shape recovery directly. So what can also happen is that you stay here for a bit, accumulate a bit longer, and then get that move. So I'm interested in longs because we have potentially model 1 in the making. We are at the deviation threshold. We just SFP'd the 1 hour market structure low, but I'm not gonna FOMO in now because I'm scared to miss the move. I just want to see more. Move into this demand with structure or clean break above here, and then look for a backtest and then long. There's no need to hurry because setups are everywhere. So gonna see what happens. For BTC, what did it do? Okay, nice bounce from this demand right into supply. Let's now mitigate it. 15 minutes. Yeah. My best guess is that price is just gonna range. So probably this is our new range. And then this, looking at it from this perspective, alert at the lows and at the highs, look for distributions right here and longs accumulations right there. And I said earlier, if you get moves below 90, 94, they have to be swift, else it starts to look pretty ugly. Can also show you right here quickly the order flow. Nothing too interesting based on that. What is more interesting here is that we have the PO3 right here around 95. So that's the zone right here, this zone. So there we have a daily point of control that's not tested, so naked point of control. And if you also look at the main structure, is right this, then you would expect a higher low anywhere above here, like this, for a higher high. So in my opinion, 93 right here, 94.5-ish is a very important level to hold for the bulls, to push price higher, hold this upward structure. If they fail and lose this demand, then I think we will go back to 92k, where the next demand is, and also a point of control. So 92k then is around here, basically this whole block. So that could be the next demand, but as said, if we're truly bullish, you don't want to see a range breakout like this and then accept this back in your old range. If it happens, it has to be really quick, else you are at risk of that replica of 2022. So keep that in mind. Beside that, not too much to tell. Patience, looking for longs, potentially on Sol. And beside that, gold. Oh my god, gold has been trading so clean. If you're a range trader, don't just stick to only crypto, because here you have also, it's insane. Like potentially 1, 2, 3 yesterday, sweep of that high, sell off. Here you had your 1, 2, 3 extended model, took out that high right there. Then this morning you have even at 1, 2, 3, again a model 2, hit the target right there. So back to back Wyckoff plays. And the same can be said for the NQ. Crazy pump, where first we had a 1, 2, 3 Wyckoff model 1 distribution all the way to the range low. But did we broke below the range? No, we stayed at exactly the deviation threshold, which is right there. So yesterday I was looking at the low time frames. What did happen? Price trending down. Low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then here, very locally, you had your 1, your 2, your 3. And you have local structure right here. Low, high, low, boom. Break structure. Where this was your break structure. So you make the new low, high, and then what did price leave behind? Right here, 2-minute OBIM. So price broke structure, pushed up, came back exactly for the 2-minute OBIM, push up, and since there it has been pushing up like crazy. I took a long on that breaker structure, closed it too early in hindsight, but it's always in hindsight. See here 5R, but I already took profits when we were around here. But yeah, this could potentially go all the way back to the range high. Super clean range play. Some levels to watch if we get a backtest is that we left super clean range demand behind right here. You had up, down, aggressive push up, leaving behind demand. So this is a retest level, and lower level is right here, I see. So that's also a level to look at, and then of course the range highs again. But yeah, that was it. I don't hope it's too long again of a video, but if you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.